Hey guys, it's Oluvids, and today I'm going to tell you how to play Neo The World Ends With You. I've done this before with explaining the ATB system for Final Fantasy and explaining the stats in Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, so I figured I could just do this game too. So before we get started, I do want to say that I actually am currently playing this game on Twitch, level 1 hard mode, and it's pretty crazy, so definitely go check the description for my Twitch link, twitch.tv/Oluvids, and yeah, I'll see you there. But anyway, so if you don't know, Neo The World Ends With You is a sequel to a game made way back in 2007 on the DS. Since the power and the hardware is so different, the battle system got a huge change, so definitely let me know if you want to make a video about the first one as well. Anyway, now the game is in 3D and no longer has touchscreen, so this changes a lot. The battle system pretty much revolves around you rotating between your party members' attacks. You control the whole party and each button on the controller will be one of their attacks. Their movesets are very customizable, however you can't have two characters take up the same button. So basically each character will have a pin, and those pins have powers called psychs. Each psych can level up, and some can even evolve and become an even better version. There are 333 different psychs that you can use, which you can get from enemy drops, stores, and evolving pins. This game also has status effects and elemental damage. Some pins will have no element and will just do raw damage, but some can do things like ice or fire damage. This is important to know because not only do some enemies have certain weaknesses, but sometimes an enemy will only be hurt by a certain element. There are also some pins that can inflict things like poison, however, be careful. Some enemies can inflict poison on you too. Some of them could even capture your party members, kind of like in Final Fantasy VII Remake, so you'll need to make sure that your other team members are ready to break them out. Moving over to the main mechanic of the game, what you'll be using in battle is called beat drops and mashups. When you do a combo or fulfill a certain condition with your psych, a prompt that says drop the beat will appear, and you'll have to attack with another person's psych before that little window of time runs out. If you fill up your groove to 100%, then you can unleash a powerful attack called a mashup, and that will change depending on the last person to perform the beat drop. As I said, certain pins have different elements, so the beat drop will change elements depending on the corresponding pin that you used. Also have to add that each psych has a set gauge and cooldown time. It's sort of like how Kingdom Hearts 2's MP charge works. You won't ever run out of a pin that isn't a healing item, but instead you'll have to wait for it to recharge when it runs out. Though it does slowly regenerate even if you don't fully deplete it, but you have to, not be using it. I do have to warn you though, beat drops will not always work on enemies. Some sites can lead to you launching the enemy into the air, slamming them into a wall, or even holding an enemy in place. But if they're a very large enemy, then beat drops that require them to get staggered won't work. So keep that in mind when you're building your team. This game also has dodging, however, while it isn't as snappy as Kingdom Hearts, you can actually cancel your combos to dodge, or even cancel your dodge towards the end of the animation. This can be useful if you're in a combo and the enemy's about to strike. You'll be able to hit them and reduce the risk of getting punished. Oh yeah, and in case any of you are wondering, this game does not have random encounters outside of specific story moments. You instead will fight enemies by activating your scan and running into them. You can chain together encounters, and the amount you could do will increase, but you start off with 5 max. The different symbols will determine which enemies called the noise that you'll face. However, if you see a blue noise and are able to track it down, it will boost up your drop rate dramatically. Another thing that will increase your drop rate is turning down your level or changing your difficulty. This will be very helpful if you need to grind for a specific pin. It'll also make you very rich if you have a bunch of duplicates and a bunch of money pins. Anyway, now you may think that leveling increases all your stats, but it only increases your HP. You increase your stats by equipping clothes or by eating food. Eating food is how you permanently increase stats, and unlike the first game, you don't have to wait for the food to digest in order to get the stat buffs. You get it immediately. However, if your party gets full, you'll need to fight a couple rounds to get your appetite back. And for clothes, anyone can equip any outfit. However, if you have enough style points, you can unlock the extra abilities that these outfits have. The last thing you really need to know about is the social network. This is kind of like the community mechanic from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Not only will you get more options in shops, but you'll also be able to unlock perks for each one. It could give you things like unlocking new difficulties, new pins, multi-pin wielding, more store options, and even a visible HP bar for each enemy. You'll form connections as you go throughout the story, but exploring for more people in the stores or even just the streets of Shibuya will result in little side quests that will increase the web and your FP, which are the points you need to buy these perks. So by all means, buy from, dive, or mine, and then print on as many people as you can find. But yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have to give you for now. If there are any updates, I'll either put it in the comments or I'll make another video, like a follow-up video with some extra stuff. But yeah, this will pretty much give you an idea of what you're getting into with Neo The World Ends With You. There's also a demo for PlayStation systems and Nintendo Switch, so if you want to try it out, you could trial at least some of these mechanics, but of course the full game has more mechanics than the demo, so you won't know everything until you actually buy it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found this useful. And yeah, if you want me to do the first game as well, then I'll cover all the different versions of the first game, the DS version, the phone version, and the Nintendo Switch version. I'll do all those things. And yeah, I mean, keep an eye out for all of my Neo content, because I do have a lot of stuff going up. And of course, I'm streaming Neo as well, so definitely keep an eye on that. And you know, take a look through the channel. You may find some other videos you like. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.